everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Planet Coaster as we hurtle ever closer to having 5,000 people in our park and thus creating a situation in which the game is no longer playable because of having a frame rate of 10. But for now, it's going pretty swell. And honestly, like, we have a ton of money. We have $37,000. We made $4 grand last month. I figure I got a couple of things on the to-do list here. I think we should really just, like, water up all the empty space in this section of the park just to reinforce the theme that this is, like, you know, jungle area. Tony Hawk's Kickflip's queue is still garbage, but the other thing I want to do is actually build Michael A.L. Fox's roller coaster Yankee Doodle. I have a great amount of respect for Michael A.L. Fox. Look at those stats. Excitement 8, Fear 5.29, Nausea 2.34. It's 100 miles long. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but look at this, like it even queues proper here, or it has the queue in the proper place, and is it an American Arrow? I think it's an American Arrow, so it's gonna be the same as my wife's life's work, but we'll pop this one down pretty close here, basically because we can afford it. I mean, it's $17,000 to put it down, so it ain't no joke, but at the same time, it has amazing stats, and we're gonna get like a $2 grand rebate like pretty much instantly because of the fact that this accomplishes two different challenges for us here. So I have to say thank you to Michael A.L. Fox. You know, I've got a great amount of respect for his desire to continually build the greatest coasters in Planet Coaster, and these stats are disgusting. You know, to get an 8 in excitement and not go into the yellow on anything else is pretty ridiculous. So I think I don't have queues down to an exact science yet. That's probably fair to say. And this one may well get shit on. Not necessarily by viewers, but by the park attendees. Because of the fact that it is slightly too long. But that's okay. I think that looks reasonable. And we'll throw on a quick priority pass as well. Even though I haven't really been doing a good job of that so far. Place the priority pass entrance. And then exit all the way up there. You get to skip a couple humps. That seems fair to me. We'll place the exit up. Well, you can place it even right there. There you go. So you get to skip like almost the entire line, but you might have to wait in line for like a minute or two. You know, life goes on. Priority passes are only $250, so that might be a slight sub-optimization as opposed to a super-optimization, but we can always work on that stuff later. And right now, like, I'm kind of in this philosophy where I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't really see much of a need to really try to min-max everything that's going on with this park, just because as of right now, like, we're making so much money, and park satisfaction is really, oh, get that last one out there. Park satisfaction is really, really, really high. So, even though I might not be playing strictly 100% perfectly, no kidding, I think it's going pretty well. So, we got this queue. Let's take a look at some stuff in Park Manager. Look at it, it's like 99%. Well, maybe 99 is a little rich, but it's called the American Arrow 1. Now, you know, Michael A.L. Fox wanted to call it Yankee Doodle. So this is the real Yankee Doodle. If people love it, which they do, ticket price is not going to be 10 bucks. We'll make it 14 to start, but they'll probably pay more for it once it actually gets going. And of course, we have to actually ride it ourselves, and I mean, it looks pretty sweet. Let's get some scenery going here first. So I'm just going to go for the blueprints. And this is still the pirate section of the park. So yeah, you know, creepy skull rock. Is that actually... No, it's not a tunnel. It's just a creepy skull rock. That actually kind of looks hideous. I mean, this kind of seems like the right place to invest in the Kraken attack. Based on the fact that, you know, it's our most expensive roller coaster and thus a little bit of a showpiece. But it's not really the right area because it's not underwater, so I guess we'll wait on that for now. Look at some more piratey stuff here. Sputnik's Travels, that won't do it. Small pirate scene, we can do better than that. What about Shipwreck Holdout? See, that's pretty cool. Pop that down like right there. Q rating of 72. Not bad. Small pirate scene. Closer to the edge of the priority. And in fact, the cannon actually goes through the priority past Q. That's okay. We'll just move that over here. Move pirate munitions very slightly. And Q rating 87. And then we will, you know, just grab a palm tree and then duplicate as Control D. And surround this area with like exactly the same palm tree, rotated ever so slightly from time to time. But even the rotation doesn't really alter things too much, but you might say, why didn't you rotate that one? Hey, if you rotate everyone, it's not really random, is it? What about this palm tree right here? Grab this one, Control D, start dragging it over here. I know people have made fun of the fact that, like, I've built a lot of the same, like, overlapping scenery that just looks hideous, but, yo, have you ever been to a fucking forest in your life? It's all the same tree. Oh, this one's got its branches pointed in the other direction. Yeah, whatever, nerd. Get over it, okay? Life is, depending how you dress her. No, I'm not just trying to be rude. I'm just saying, like, really, all I'm doing here is adding some pixels to the screen to give the illusion of depth. People send me messages like, I feel bad for the people in your Planet Coaster theme park. Dog, there's people in the real world who have problems. These are digital approximations of living creatures. They don't actually exist. So, you know, spare your concern for the people in my park, please. You know, right now, they're living life at, like, the most profitable park on planet Earth. Okay, we're on speed 1. It's MALF's roller coaster. I'm excited. It's got good stats. I mean, I'm not that excited. I mean, I'm not actually riding the roller coaster, you know? I'm just kind of like, it's against digital approximation. What I'm getting at is that nothing is real. Okay. Wow, I gotta admit, it's a little intimidating the first time you come down that, that drop. There's a lot of elements on this coaster. Pretty much exclusively doing vertical loops here. Over and over. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Admittedly getting a little nauseous IRL, but at least we've only got about 900 degrees of rotation left. I feel like this roller coaster would not be good in real life. And that's not meant to be insulting, because it's very good in Planet Coaster. I mean, did you see the stats? But in real life, this shit would overwhelm you. It's a non-stop rotation here. I'd be losing my lunch all over this place. Now, if you want to lose your lunch in a productive fashion, you go on the lunch loser. Alright, well, MALF has Planet Coaster down to a science. That's a little scary, but in a good way. In real life, I would blow chunks on this roller coaster in about 2 seconds flat. But you know what? Obviously, he's got it down here. We got 2 challenges complete as a result, so that's $2,000 back immediately. And park scenery rating of 200. Where are we at? 172. That'll come up pretty quick. It's open now. It's got 5 prestige and 100 Q rating, despite the fact that that is nonsensical. Let's do just some quality of life stuff. Probably you're sick of watching me do this after this many episodes, but of just doing the same thing, but it makes sense to me to continue to, like, we're not gonna build anything in this corner, so we might as well expand the kind of, like, water nature of the park. Or at least of this section of the park by doing something like this, you know? Make the ride go over water. Maybe that'll give it a scenery rating. And if we could actually just build, like, the whole... this whole part of it underwater, that'd be cool. Okay, so I think that's fine, and we'll probably stop with the water on that side at this point, just because we may want to build around here as our park expands, and we don't want to cannibalize that space forever. Beautiful. Okay, and then I also think we should, like, water up this whole section. And it's going to be expensive, but, you know, that's why I'm stoked to have so much money right now, is we can really create, like, a sweet little, like, island shanty town here that actually looks really cool. At least I think it looks really cool. Has this affected our scenery rating? No. But you and I know that this has helped. And What do we need over here? We got bathrooms. Do we have a drink shop? Not yet, right? I think we should throw down like a pirate drink shack, because people are gonna want to use it here. And again, once we put it down, we can like fill it with water and have this be the water section of our park. Okay, people are finally percolating into this section. I want to go on the real Yankee Doodle. I went to the fake one at Michael A.L. Fox's park, and it sucked. So shops and facilities. Well, just to make sure, let's go to this. Okay, everyone's happy. This park is great. When people leave, 98% of people are happy, and 2% of people are mixed, which I'd say is positive. I don't want to do research because I don't want more people in my park. Total park lifespan vomit, 5 liters. I guess that's good. I don't want more people in my park. I'm happy with my park as is. I guess we'll also... Wow, all staff, huh? I didn't even look at that last time. That's even better. Keep giving them raises as is necessary. They've all got decent happiness, at least, here, which is good. So we don't need to go to each individual one. I think that's the guy who works at the information shack anyway, so we probably just paid money needlessly to have him probably get fired soon. I'm gonna go up to speed 2, and, yeah, okay, drink shack. So, shops and facilities... You know what? I'm really bad at doing this right now, but we should be able to put a drink shack inside of Creepy Skull Rock, right? So just throw that, like, out here. And then go shops and facilities, drink shops. We should throw a Gulpy Energy in, because, like, we have a bunch of... Well, we should throw something that's not a Cosmic Cow milkshake in, I guess. We got Gulpy Soda. We got Pip Shot Juice, Pip Shot Smoothies, Pip Shot Water. You know, let's throw in a little Pip Shot Water there for now. I mean, it is the pirate section of the park, so water makes sense. You know what? We could probably put 2 drink places here, like Pip Shot Water, and then maybe like a Pip Shot Juice next door. Does it look hideous? Perhaps, slightly. Can people still get to this? I want it to be set into the island, so that you can actually, you know, see the creepy skull. And the Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and we all know this song. Let's be honest. There you go. Okay. I think we may need more trash cans around here. So, custom bin. Are people... We might have accidentally made a bit of an error here. Will people ever go to the juice place when the water place is right next door? Excuse me? Yes, they will. Can you believe the queue for the real Yankee Doodle? Already? Yo, that's not that bad. Buy a priority pass, you cheap fucks. They got problems with food, thirst, and bathroom. I mean, we've already got other... I think this place is going to go out of business on it. Like, the place on the right, I think, is going to go out of business. I honestly... Make hay while the sun's up. We're making so much money right now. Everybody gets promoted. Not just promoted, but also... let's go up to speed 3 for a second. Not just promoted, but also a great, you know, salary bump. There you go. All staff. Anybody else warranting training right now? No, that's good. Hopefully, when this section of the park starts bumping a little bit more people choose to go to the juice bar, but for now, this is fine. I'm assuming we're charging for water as well. I'm assuming we ain't giving that shit away for free. So I'm gonna go back to terraforming here, and all I'm doing is, again, sinking, like... In fact, Control-Z that. Because I don't want to quite sink that much in here. We should refurbish some rides as well if we have to. Go back to size. Get a little smaller. I just want it to look more natural, you know? And again, like, at this point, like, the park's making money. So it's really, this is just from my own personal vision. Where's my water at? There we go. Just from my own personal, like, looking at this. Creating a situation like this where, you know, we got kind of the island nature around us. This doesn't really look sensible, so I'm going to use a little flattened foundation to drag. I mean, now it also looks bad. We made $5 grand that month, though, which is pretty swell. Like, at this point, it really just feels like this whole thing should be water then. Yeah, there you go. And you know what? What if we put, like, the Kraken attack right here? Are we gonna... we might build shops there. So you know what? Okay. Again, this is not min-max from a economic standpoint. But at this point, who gives a shit about the economics? Like, a one-time cost plus a small cost for animatronics is meaningless for us when we're making so much money. So create, like, a logical division in the park. There you go. And then, continue to kind of push this around. Well, I will. Well, I will. And then, you know, the correct way to do things would probably be to have the Kraken attack, especially because it's so expensive, be like a, something that amps up your Q rating. But instead, I'm just going to make it the centerpiece of this, like, piratey section of my park here. Assuming we can actually fit it without creating awkwardness here. Like, you think you want it kind of, like, wedged in there. If only I could diminish its size ever so slightly. The other way we could do it is have the Kraken attack over here, but then it's attacking, like, over the roller coaster, and it's going to look weird. Or we could have it placed, like, over here as well. But then it's not really centralized. And also... oh, it can be placed. I want people to be able to see the Kraken's face, though. Yeah, I think this might be... this might be the right area. Really amp up the Q rating for that one ride as well. Okay, so there you go. We'll place that down there. That's another $2 grand down the drain. But it's not really there for Q rating. It's more there just to make this section of the park look a little cooler. And honestly, I think it's, like, succeeding at that bill right now. People, I'm assuming, are going to start to complain about the Q on our other ride. But look at this, dude. This park is very spacious. This park is great. 98% happy. That's what I like to see. Q, maybe a little long for the American Arrow, but people are loving it. I'm assuming that it's going to... should be at 100 now, yeah. I'm not queuing that long to go on Hamburger Island. We should throw, like, another... is there another blueprint that we could throw in here that's, like, decent in terms of pirate scenery? Like, I don't know if there's another Kraken pirate. We could put a little shantytown in here. Animatronic pirate house. It doesn't really look rich right now, but I think that's okay. Is there just like a boat? Boat. Washed up boat? I mean, we're kind of just like scattering debris throughout the park at this point. In fact, I'm gonna, like, Control D this. We can't. Or maybe we definitely can. Control D. Control scenery selection. Yes, duplicate. Duplicate. Okay, I guess we could save it as a blueprint and then duplicate it. Achieve a monthly profit from coasters of $7,700. That strikes me as unlikely. Well, it's gonna happen. Is it going to happen anytime in the near future? Maybe not necessarily. Let's go back to scenery, and I suppose, you know, we got some cargo that we can just throw in here. Doesn't look right unless it's on top of an island. Small pirate scene, sorted in the stone. I'm gonna take another washed up boat, as lame as it may look, and just throw this, like, in here. Just tell me it's rotated in a different direction. There we go. A little treasure pile. You know what I could do is take just the boat from the Kraken section and duplicate it. And then just throw it in here. It doesn't really like the way it's being placed right now. And we could have it, like, seriously capsizing. So what is this, like, X to get that going? And then I want to rotate it on this direction. Oh, yeah, there you go. Get it, like, straight up capsized. Okay, I'm for this. I don't know if I necessarily wanted it in that position, but I think that's okay. And I think if we really want to take this to the next level, get some big old smoke generators out of here. Not smoke bursts. Yeah, there you go. There's some smoke coming from deep inside the water here. Beautiful. We continue to be the greatest park creators of all time. This section of the park is bumping. Unfortunately, it means that our next course of action is probably to expand maybe in this direction. We don't really have a theme for that direction. So I'm a little... I wouldn't say concerned, but I would say... oh, the flame doesn't look as good as I thought it did. I wouldn't say I'm concerned, but thinking about what's going to happen next, I guess. My wife's life's work is still doing strong here. We only made $425 that month, but I'm assuming construction costs for scenery factored into that. Yeah, I mean, we've already... It's the second day of the month. We've already made like almost $1,000 here, so we're doing fine there. And the park rating is... Our scenery rating is 193. This section of the park is almost in danger of becoming like the next scary section of the park where everybody just gets bottlenecked. But we do have a 100% approval rating right now, which as far as I can tell is pretty good. Sure, festive themed scenery. Let's look at, maybe we can make like a Christmas section of the park. Arctic flora, why not? And let's get a track ride going here. Backbone of the West. We haven't really built track rides, with the exception of the log flume, and we really haven't built a western themed area of the park, which could come next. You know, a desert theme, cacti, or we could do a Christmas theme, and you know, all we'd play in the Christmas theme section of the park is that song, you know, simply having a wonderful Christmas time. All right, so things in this section of the park going amazingly. Made $3,000 halfway through the month. I wouldn't mind having a, we got a lot of people moving in this direction already. I wouldn't mind having a gift shop. Like, we really have not thrown down a gift shop at all, to the best of my knowledge. So let's throw down like a Pirate Harbor gift shop. And I guess I'll throw it down in this section of the park yet again. And my reasoning for this is that I want all the pirate stuff on the interior, all the actual buildings on the interior, so we can expand in this direction. Like, we can build paths easily in this direction. And again, because I'm being weirdly anal about this, let's sink this shop deep within the surface of Dead Man's Cove. I think, well, I don't know what we did to the support there, but that seems fine. Dude, the shops are bumping. I didn't realize that the gift shop would have this much demand, but it sincerely do right now. It sincerely do. We also, like, we could use something here, but I don't know what it would be yet. Maybe, like, another information booth? Is this one actually... Oh, this one isn't even open. So, you know, open this up. And see if people start buying priority passes. I'm gonna guess probably not, but... Again, that's life. Okay, sweet. This is creating an actual, like, horrible situation. People will work their way out of this miasma. Guaranteed. I just want to point out, I think I get unfairly blamed for a lot of Planet Coaster traffic dynamics. People go, oh, well, of course, there's a lot of people that want to go here. It's the only gift shop in the park. Yeah, but if you're like, if I go there, I might be able to buy a hat, but at the same time, I'm gonna get trapped in a writhing mass of people. I think the average person would probably be like, you know, fuck that. So, I'm hopeful that given enough time, people will work themselves out of that situation. I mean, it seems like it's sort of diminishing already. We could try to throw down another gift shop in a different section of the park to mitigate this to some extent, but I'm a little concerned about, like, I'm assuming that people are going, it's busy. It's busy. Just the momentum. 43% say it looks busy. Well, maybe if you fuckers got out of the way for a second, it wouldn't be quite as much of a problem. We need to build better stuff in a different section of the park, because it's getting packed over here. But you know what? In contrast to the last time we had this situation, at least we know that it's happening. Like, we're watching it happen in advance here. So I will build another gift shop, actually. I think it's a little early to build 2 gift shops. Oh, wait. It's the... Ooh, the crowd has dissipated. Okay, so I'm not going to build another gift shop. Originally, I was going to do it, but I was only going to do it to stop this nightmare from happening right here. But I think that it's actually started to work itself out. We just have to watch... Look, 5% of people just got pissed from being in that little section. Yep. I just don't want to put another thing down and have the, you know, that facility go out of business. But I think we're probably fine to throw this down. Let's throw down a fairy tale castle shop. Like, and well, you know, even like a little further from the other one wouldn't be that bad. So we lost $1,000 that month. Build a coaster that reaches 90 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? This other one's just gonna create the same problem? Don't even start with me, you smartasses, by the way. Oh, I did the same thing and got the same result. Oh, it's unfair. Yo, you would expect putting down a second one to you know, not increase the demand, but rather deal with increased supply. Like, oh my god. We've created the Dawn of the Dead situation here. But I actually, despite somewhat disparaging it, I have faith in the game's traffic management, and I think it'll get out of there, given enough time. But 16% of people are actually unhappy. If you don't give them the opportunity to buy hats, 100% stoked. If you give them the opportunity to buy hats, they say, whoa, why is this so busy over here? So we're losing money right now, and people are starting to get a little disappointed. I think this is a failing of the game's simulation, to be honest with you. I mean, we could just delete them to solve the problem, but I feel like that's kind of just giving into the bullshit. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, you know, we're gonna accept that it's probably going to take us some time to get to the point where people understand that they can buy hats in multiple locations in our park. Wow, the sci-fi section is not really beloved right now, huh? I want to test a theory while we have a lot of disposable income and throw down a Planet Coaster hat store. With the knowledge that it probably should not be that popular because this section of the park is not well trafficked. But I'm hopeful that it'll suck people from the one section of the park and bring them over here. And maybe then they'll be more likely to ride on a roller coaster or something like that. I also just realized that we do not yet have an ATM in the pirate section of the park. The burn twist is broken down. I want to ride on the burn twist. Come on, ride the train and ride it. Still losing money. And we'll have to look into why if that persists. But again, guest happiness fell sharply, pretty much exclusively because we actually gave people the opportunity to buy hats. And they said, fuck you. Fuck you and your hats. Which I'm a little offended by, but that's okay, I suppose. I'm going to put down an ATM right here. So I'm going to start buildings. Ooh, we got like gingerbread houses and stuff. Okay. And we'll just make a Caribbean house. Like so. Which looks real stupid right now. Just, oh yeah, the floating house gave us the 200 scenery. Of course it did. Just move this in here so it's actually level with the grounds. That's our timer, but I'm going to go for an extra minute or so. Alright, that looks about right. We'll put this a little closer. There you go. Density equals richness, right? Shops and facilities. ATMs. Custom. Click on the button again. ATM. And we're just going to sink that ATM deep within the level. If that's as far back as it'll go, that's actually completely fine. So throw that down there. Done. I know this is not how you do it. I'm catching some flack for not doing things the way they're done. But this is the way I'm going to do it for now. I mean, we could just do it. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't really make sense for this to be beset inside of a door either, but There you go. It's like, have you ever been to Disney World? Disney World doesn't make any fucking sense like this either. You're like, oh, why'd you build a building with a door if there's no way to even enter it? There you go. That looks at least somewhat sensible, I hope. And then we're just gonna flatten to foundation with a little bit less size and intensity. No, like this. Oh, okay, like this? Trying to stretch out the... Well, like this? Yeah, there we go, there we go. Okay, we got it. Greater intensity. Doesn't really cannibalize the island nature of our park, I think. Stretch it out like that. There you go. That looks all right. Not great. Oh, Cosmic Cow Milkshakes vendor has quit. Excuse me? I'm a little confused and nay, also concerned about what happened there. Let me look at my notifications. Where's my Cosmic Cow Milkshakes, man? Here, clear these. All. This Cosmic Cow Milk? I guess you're not getting much business? What are you talking about? This place was making mad money. It made 65 bucks last month. That's not great. Missed 12 sales last month, but why? I am absolutely loving this job. I don't know, we started to stall out a little bit financially. I can't help but notice that happened like immediately upon building our gift shops, which makes me think that something is not quite right there, but you can see that demand has started to peter out here, so I'm hopeful that we're getting into a safer situation. We're making money this month, so that's great as far as I'm concerned. Last month's profit minus $1,599. What's the operation cost on this fucking coaster, MALF? This is getting ridiculous. I'm try charging 20 bucks for it. Remember, we don't need to get everybody. We just need to get enough people to keep the ride running at maximum capacity, but I really do not understand the way that this went down. How is it? It's the same as Rob's Redemption. The ride is just, it's got so many elements that running, even with max level, like the stats don't matter. It's not making me money, KevinO'Leary.jpg. My wife's life's work. How'd you do last month? 405 bucks. Rob's Redemption, 280 bucks. That's not that bad. I can live with that. I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm actually pretty proud of the park that we've created here. We got to be careful to make sure that the decisions that we make don't start to lead to us making too little money, and we probably want to expand our park in different directions here so that not everybody is crowding around our admittedly magnificent Pirate Cove here. But it's a great situation. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. New Planet Coaster episodes come out every single day at 2 p.m. My time. If you want to know when that is, why don't you just look at when this episode came out and, you know, do the math. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal, and we'll see you next time.